Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 21 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Bryan, and Reaves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. With me, as always, is my co-host, Reaves. What's up?
What's up, people? We're back.
Reaves and I are always here every single week. It's literally like we are the most dependable host of any podcast that's available on Spotify and all the other places you get podcasts. But we're back. We're doing another recording, Reaves, me and you.
You and me. And wait, let me check in.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
To see if my co-host with the most hosts, Mo host, is here. Bri, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. It's me. You missed 1 week, and everyone says that you're gone. That you missed too much. You missed too many days. But here's the truth. I got the days. You know, we don't talk about this too much on the show because it's like the boring, like logistical stuff. But we have vacation days, and if you don't use them, you lose them. So, you know.
So you use them, but you use them a lot.
I use the amount that I'm allowed. If you wanted me to take less vacation days, give me less vacation days.
Okay, Reeves, let's make that happen.
Mm-hmm. How I like to view the vacation days is I have them, and it is the same thing. You don't use it, you lose it. But I never use it. And I just stare at it until we get to midnight, January 1st, and I watch that thing reset.
And that's your countdown for the new year, right? That's what you do every year?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the same amount is there again.
You know, a good way to never
Kiss your
get
wife.
a new review is to not record for a while.
Did we get a new review?
We did not. So I just want to point that out.
We didn't miss enough time.
Yeah, we didn't miss enough time for people like, I'm glad this podcast is
I mean, I think the thing is at this point, it's just core listeners because the new season's over. These are just the freaks. These are the people who are freaks. Just, I mean, let's not, like, I'm not going to dance around it. They're freaks. Oh, someone's like updating their phone or something. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot.
Did you guys hear that?
I heard that.
You know what? Let me check the Top Chef email.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Think that, you know, I'm sorry, you know, during the record, you know, we always have a policy of like, turn off your phone, turn off the email, don't have any of that stuff.
You what?
The bat phone.
It's like, well, there is a way to bypass that. Like you set, like, if you send the email multiple times and like certain people know how many times it has to go through to get past the security, and it sounds like this person exceeded the limit to like get past our.
Well, only 2 people know. It's your wife and Tom.
Yeah, and we thought about telling Kamala Harris, but we haven't decided on it yet. We're
tell
still
Tim
mixed.
Waltz will tell Kamala.
So I'm in our email.
Okay.
And we've got an email in here, a new email from Anonymous.
Okay.
No subject.
Great. That's always a great sign.
Should I click in and should we read it, or should we maybe we should table this?
I think maybe we should first run antivirus to make sure it's not a virus.
Oh my God, you're such a prude.
What do you want the email to get a virus?
Reading emails without protection feels so much better.
Look, everyone knows that, okay? Everyone knows that reading with emails without protection is better. And
it feels better.
It feels better, but you just have to weigh the risk. Like, do you want to catch something or just
Dude.
have a bunch of more emails?
Dude, if I catch something, I make a new email account. I'm clean again.
Okay, you need to go to jail.
Okay, I'm opening the email.
Did you run the antivirus software?
I did not.
Oh,
We're
great.
exposed. We're exposed.
I did not. Okay.
18 years of money into this thing. I don't want to go to college. I'm going to be an improv star. Oh my God. What have I
Fine.
done?
Open your
Oh my
email,
God.
get chlamydia, see if I can.
So, okay. I
Those
guess
are
I'm
the
just going to
emails,
read this.
Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Good evening, Podshaft hosts." That's
Thank
us.
you. That's all of us.
My friends,
Okay.
Presumptuous.
I hope this electronic mail finds you well
That's okay.
and you are in good health.
Bryan,
Question.
how
Day
do
to
you
day.
feel? Day to day. Okay. That's not new.
Yeah, it's the same.
Reeves, how do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
$100 million.
I feel like $100 million $1.
That's great. I have been an anonymous observer and occasional fan for some time now. I know you have important content to get to.
Not a fan then.
Okay. So now I am questioning.
Just contradicted themselves immediately. But all right.
So I will cut to the chase. Through a series of keen investments and wise business dealings, I have acquired a great deal of wealth.
Okay.
OnlyFans.
Or, to speak in your language, I have filled my sack with a huge load.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for breaking it down for me. I was
Oh,
confused.
Okay. Is this an email from PP Streaming?
It's anonymous. Now, we talked about last
We
week.
sure did.
I
we-
missed this.
So, yeah, that's right. You were on mute and you had audio issues.
Yeah.
The issues with
We
the
talked-
audio.
We talked about a rebrand last week for Peacock TV.
Yeah, and we talked about how Peacock is doing this really rad thing right now where they constantly ask you to verify your email, and then when you click, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I have nothing to hide here. They immediately say, I don't have time to do this. We can't actually do it.
Yeah.
Please come
Yeah.
back later.
They're busy.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's doing it. They send out the email to everybody. They tell everyone to like confirm their email address. They just can't get through all of them. They didn't think through it properly.
Yeah, you click it, it's like, oh no, actually, I don't have time for it. Try back later. Okay, try back later. I still don't have time. Also, I don't know how to do it.
It's weird that Navy Federal kind of does the same thing to me sometimes.
Way to out that you're in the military.
Thank you for your service. Following on with the email here, my only question is how to spend it. Or again, in your language, where shall I shoot my wad?
Thank you. I was lost.
All right.
After much thought and consideration, I have decided to invest in your show.
Okay.
Okay,
all
let's
right.
have fun now.
An angel investor. Is that what the term is? An angel
Yep.
investor?
Yep.
Mhm.
Which means we're gonna have to like hit some series funding targets, but we'll talk about that later.
Why, you may ask?
Wasn't gonna ask.
Yeah, I was okay with it. Whatever. Just it happening was okay with me.
All in due time, mis amigos.
Okay, good. Okay.
Okay, wait. That seems like a clue. This person
What?
is
That they
bilingual.
properly did the mis amigos and
Yeah.
not mi amigos because it's
Yeah.
plural.
Yeah, so that seems like this person is bilingual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just cultured in general.
Nah, bilingual.
Yeah. I mean, they
Bilingual.
probably speak one language like really well, and then tell people they speak the other language, but you never actually see them do it. So you like, does it even exist? Like, can somebody be bilingual? Like, prove it. You know, it's always just like, yeah, you speak English all the time, but you tell me you speak Spanish, but I've yet to see it. Yeah, I could speak Spanish too if I tried and thought about it, but you don't see it, so I'm just like lingual.
Yeah.
You know?
You told me you speak German, but you're normally just speaking to me in English. And then sometimes you talk to me in a way that I don't understand. So it's like, have I really seen or heard the German? I don't think so. Not in the way that I understand it to be.
Yeah, not in the way that works for me. Prove it to me.
How much, you may be wondering?
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
I think the enclosed amount is a good start.
Okay, so there's cash in this email.
Is
Or-
it Bitcoin?
To put it in your language, what do you call 1,000-foot fetish shamers chained together at the bottom of the ocean?
Is this rhetorical?
Parenthetical, a pretty good start. Classic
That's a
joke.
good joke. That's
Classic
a good joke.
joke.
Uh-huh.
You just like plug and play. You just like, what do you call X? You know,
Mhm.
whatever you hate, whatever you think is bad. You know,
Yeah.
voters.
I mean, and hopefully people don't use that for evil.
Oh, if the wrong people got their hands on that kind of just dastardly turn of phrase, God help us, everyone.
Be good, boys. I'll be in contact soon, and I'm always listening. No signature.
Huh? What? So it doesn't. There's no email to track because we did allow anonymous emails to come through to the email.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That makes things more spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
And I think we should definitely keep that open, in case this
Yeah.
person continues to reach out to us.
Yeah. I mean, I need the look, folks. Again, I don't want to take us too far behind the logistics of PodChef, but we are purging capital.
Yeah, I mean, we are just hemorrhaging money right now.
Yeah. The burn rate on this podcast is actually substantial.
Our ROI, it just hasn't come back. It's like a broken boomerang.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for. We put so much into this. I mean, we all remortgaged our houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and we also did our reverse mortgage too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all got talked into that.
Which
Yeah.
is where you put the bank under a mortgage instead.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
And we all, turned in our timeshares at each other's houses that we share.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We returned them back to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. So sorry you guys can't crash at my place anymore whenever you need to when I'm out of town.
So sorry I can't use my couch anymore.
What else did we do with a lot of money to get money?
Wait.
Well, yeah.
So enclosed,
Oh, there's more.
there is $250,000 dues.
Okay.
Dollary dues or dollars?
Dollary dues.
Okay. So that's Simpsons money.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't. Well, I mean, that's it's real
That's-
Australian money. So maybe
it
there's
spends there.
yeah.
Hey, that's
Hint there.
$83,333.33 dues apiece.
That's
Hey.
good math.
That's math, and that sounds pretty good to me, actually.
Yeah.
It's a big number, and I like them big. When it comes
Yeah.
to numbers, I like
Yeah.
them like I like my meals.
I fucking love big numbers. When I
Big
see
numbers.
small numbers, I say, "Get the hell out of here! I don't
What
want
is this?
anything to do with them."
Number so small.
These numbers 1, 2, 3. Who gives a shit?
Bryan
No.
is not a part of the itty bitty digit committee.
I am not. No, I shun little numbers. My wallet conda don't want none unless you got digits, hun. Multiple digits. It didn't quite work, wallet conda.
And we're not talking about after a decimal, okay?
No.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at you,
ha-ha.
Pi.
Ha ha, pie. I think you a big number. You're a 3.
You're a 3. We know it,
Not doing
okay?
fractions either.
But I'm 0.14 with shoes on. Short king. Short ass king.
That was
pie.
last summer, okay? It's
We don't
not
do
this
that
summer.
anymore.
It's Rat Boy summer, okay?
Who could forget little rat boy?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get rich. God, I can't wait to get all that money.
Oh my gosh, that's and I think we're agreeing we're going to split it evenly, and we're all
Yep.
going to use it to better ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and the podcast.
Yes.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
That's.
I think that's good. But
That's
I
perfect.
let's just say that we will split it amongst ourselves to invest in ourselves and the podcast. But if an opportunity arises for all of the money to go towards one thing that could help us all,
Which it will.
we wouldn't say no right away.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not.
We keep that open?
I
Well,
think we keep that
I have a
open.
never say no right away policy about everything. So
Yeah, you do. Gets you in trouble sometimes. Most
Yeah.
of the time.
yeah, if I say no right away, I'm often regretting it.
Yeah. You take a long time to think about things. Like,
Yeah.
lovely wife of yours is like, do you love me? Walk away for a day or two, come back.
Yes.
Yes. It took too long. She's gone. She's already
Yeah.
packed her bag.
Yeah, she was so angry at how long it took me.
Got to call her on the phone. She's like, "What do you want?"
I'm
You're
like, where are you? She's like, I'm on the plane. I'm like,
Okay.
what do you
Well, I
mean
just
the
want to let you
plane?
know. Yes.
4 years from the original question.
Like, yes, what?
Yes, what?
I gotta go. Tom's wants us to go to the casino. Who's
Yeah.
Tom? My new husband.
You're
What?
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 You're married? You divorced me?
Where have I been? In stasis.
And then she's like, Jamal, I can't do this with you again. Like, we did this before?
It's also that movie, Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, Forget Everything. 50 First
Mhm.
Dates. It's like
50
that too.
First Dates,
Memento. Yeah.
Tattoo it on yourself.
To remember. Still forget.
Wash with soap. Similar movie. The Lookout. Great movie, 2017. Okay, Scumby Rich, what else is going on?
Someone recently who's somewhat invested, they listened to this podcast and the feedback was, if they get rid of the first 40 minutes, it'd be good.
So what do they like? The end?
They they like the part where we talk about the show, and they think we should do that the entire time.
The entire time?
For like an hour and 20 minutes?
If we did that the entire time, how would people know that we're rich now?
Well,
yeah, we have this whole thing we have to work through now. We have a
Yeah.
thing. We have to get with it. Look, this has to happen. Okay, we got to
Yes.
talk about it.
this was the feedback that I got was they should start the show, immediately go right into Chefs I Prepared for You, and then talk about the episode.
But then we'd be like every other Top Chef podcast.
That's
Bad.
what I said. That's what I said.
It's so like I just like I don't like I can't understand what they're saying. Like just go into Chefs I Prepared for You
Yeah.
and the review like that doesn't like it doesn't make sense because then where would this part be where we talk about all the money we're making
Off
now?
mic.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
get
wouldn't
it.
get any of the jokes though, because we did them. We've done them in our heads before,
Yeah, I know.
so we'd make a bunch of references that wouldn't make sense to anybody, not even us.
You guys don't have to yell at me. I'm on your side on
I'm
the
worked up,
podcast.
Jamal. I'm sorry.
I'm just telling you what feedback I got.
Well, who is this from? Podcast King?
Man
Man or woman? Say it.
I can't say it. I can't reveal my sources.
Have they been on the podcast before? Are they a friend of the show?
No, they've never been on the podcast, but they listened to an episode, and I don't think it was a
An
recent one.
episode?
Was it a good one? Be honest.
Yeah, what we talk
I
about?
don't know which episode they listened to. I just remember them. Their feedback was, your podcast would be better if you guys just talked about the show from the beginning.
Your
Maybe keep that.
podcast would be better. Did you tell this person that we were second of 7 Top Chef podcasts
Oh,
on a list that I don't remember the name of?
you think I didn't send them all the links to all the press we've gotten?
Were we second or third? We were third. We were
I think
third.
we were third.
We
I'm
were
not
third.
counting, of course, Green. Fuck, what's the one that got the best one that we can't even
It
count
was
because
like
it's so good?
The Olive Podcast
Yes.
or something like
yeah,
that.
the Olive Podcast Network. I can't even count that one because that was good.
Mm.
We're 2 behind Pack Your Knives.
Yes.
No one's better than the Olive Podcast.
Yeah. So that was the feedback,
Okay, well, feedback received and kicked right back at your ass because it doesn't make any sense.
Well, don't kick it at me because I didn't.
No, not your ass. Whoever's ass this is.
Their ass. Line it up.
Yeah.
Show it to us.
All right.
Showed his whole ass, and we kicked the feedback back to it. What else is going on?
Let's do a segment called Chefs I Prepared for You. This is
Hell
a
yeah.
segment where we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night. And
That's
we
fun.
present it as if we're presenting it to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner. We won't be voting because voting's dead. Although politics is heating up.
Look, we might have to start voting again, and I hate that I said that.
There seems to be a new fun person to vote for in town.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's a reason to vote now.
Someone who's like restored faith that, traditional families and like cool dads are still a thing.
You gotta vote for cool dads. Or choose. Or just choose. We're not saying vote yet. We're not. I'm not committing to voting because I don't want to go to jail.
No,
Yeah.
not again.
Oof.
But we're considering reopening the voting element
Yeah.
of this show. Because I guess, we're not doing our show right or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they like the
right.
voting? Do they miss the voting? The one episode they heard?
No, they said they liked Chefs I Prepared for You.
But with voting or no voting?
They didn't say. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Details. It's in the details.
Devil's in
Chefs
details,
I
baby.
Prepared for You homemade Detroit style pizza
Okay.
Mm,
with a new dough recipe I've been tweaking.
Okay. What's new about it?
No pre-proofing of the yeast. No
No.
pre-yeast activation. No sugar at all in the dough.
what? And now how
No
did
sugar.
it taste?
Tasted great. It's actually a better dough. It's a better bread.
What's better about it?
Well, one, it's not rising all the way to the top of the pan like it was before. It was rising too much, and it's because there's too much sugar in the dough that the yeast was just eating on. So now the salt counteracts the yeast bloom, and so it's keeping it nice and low and dense.
Dense.
Not dense the way you're thinking of. There's still air pockets in there, but it's
Okay, I was worried if
keeping,
there were no air
yeah,
pockets.
it's just not rising like crazy like it was before. I was like, why are you getting so fluffy? You're not supposed to be this fluffy. And then I realized
Sugar.
I'm putting sugar.
Mm. So this is healthier.
Well, yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
You still got the Roni cups on it?
Dog. Is that a real question?
Yeah, I assumed. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
That was stupid.
What are you talking
so-
to
I'm
here?
s- I'm
Talking
sorry,
to a
I'm stupid.
doughboy.
I'm sorry. You Roni cup man.
I'm a running cut boy. Any other questions or?
Did you have anything else with it? Did you have a side?
No. It was just that, and I only made it because I had to get rid of this. So, insider baseball, everyone. I just got back from Europe again. Freaking just got
Okay.
back from Europe again, dog.
Is that where you were hiding from a certain somebody trying to make you the VP?
Yes, and we can talk about it now.
Should we? We're 22 minutes in.
Yeah.
Freaking
Should we
phone was
now
blowing
Maybe
up.
next time.
Yeah, phone was blowing up. I'm like, leave me alone. Got back from Europe and I didn't want this cheese to go bad. I was supposed to make it for a brunch, but then I was like too jet lagged. Turned out it wasn't jet lag, it was COVID. To do it.
And really, is that what it was the whole time for everybody? Jet lag? We
Perhaps
stayed indoors 2 years jet lag?
jet lag.
We all
Just
just
put
had
it out
jet
there.
lag.
We stayed inside because we all had jet lag.
You know, jet lag? Jet lag? Could be.
So I had to make this very expensive pizza before the cheese went bad because I'll be damned if this $20 cheese goes bad in my fridge.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I made it and it was delightful. I mean, I think I've figured out the dough. I mean, we're approaching perfection, so I just want to stop because I don't want to reach perfection because then I'll lose all of my love for it.
Yeah.
I don't like things that are perfect.
Well, what's next after that? If you achieve perfection.
We move on to
Suicide.
masterings.
You reach true enlightenment,
Reaves.
Yeah.
then you hang yourself from
Reaves.
a
We use the term
Belt.
self-deletion. Suicide
That's right.
to many can be too traumatizing.
you
Suicide.
self-delete.
Delete.
The way everyone else does by cop.
All right, so that was my food.
Do you guys want to die by cop? What's your way you want to die the most? Is it by cop?
Let's talk about it next week.
Okay, yeah, we're really deep in this.
Chefs, I prepared for you a pan-seared salmon with a
Mhm.
side of zucchini and other summer squashes,
Ooh.
scampi.
Let me guess. This one pan?
Yes, and here's the problem.
Yes, sir.
I have a pan. One
We all
pan.
pan.
One big pan. No big deal. I got a pan I can use. It's big.
Yeah, we've seen it.
I made the scampi first. Chopped up all of the squashes, threw them in. How you're supposed to cook it is you lay each one like flat on the pan.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have time for that.
Just one time.
Threw all that shit in there at once.
Yeah.
So it kind of just steamed it more so than roasted it and
Okay.
scampied it.
Uh-huh.
No big deal.
Yeah, we can look past that.
Yeah, who cares? I don't have time for that. Then I made the sauce. Calls for white wine. No white wine in the house. But it's okay. When I have lemons, I make a good thing. So
That's what they say.
I took white wine vinegar.
Close enough.
Same thing. I get drunk off that all the time.
No hangover.
Yeah, no hangover. That's why I use it. Use that. You're supposed to reduce it, then add some butter. Again, I don't have time. So I got it real hot and then was like, all right, I'm going to let it reduce. I'm not going to do that. I decided very quickly. Just threw the butter in. And so what I ended up with was a sauce that was very liquidy, kind of the look visually of a Coke and consistency.
Good. Delicious.
Yeah. And then use the same pan because, again, one pan, good large pan.
It's a nice pan.
Yeah, to do the salmon. And the salmon was okay.
Yeah. Huh. That was a ride. Any thoughts from your patrons that you served it to?
Some liked it. We're
Okay.
fine. They're like, this
Okay.
is fine. This is good. It has flavor to it. Others looked at it and decided that they were going to be artistic with it.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than using the utensils to eat it and try it, kind of picked it up with their hands, placed it on the table, and then used their hand to smash it into the table.
The vision.
Now, I would like to say this is an artistic choice, but I think maybe a message was being sent to me as a chef.
They making direct eye contact while they did it?
More or less, yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting the feeling that maybe it was not enjoyed texturally, probably. I think is the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can't please everybody.
it was fine.
Chefs, two of my friends had shows last night, had solo shows. My buddy Eliza did a one-woman Lady Gaga musical comedy show at the UCB Theater in East Village or wherever it is. And then I skedaddled to Caveat, and my other friend, Britt, did a stand-up storytelling show thing. They were recording it for like a special. And in between those two times, Chef, I procured for you 2-slice pizza from Uncle Sam's Pizza in the East Village near Caveat. And I got an upside down slice, which of course is thick with sauce on top. And I got a regular cheese, which of course is thin with sauce bottom cheese top. And then I was late for the show, so I couldn't eat it. I went into the theater and sat there with it in front of me for the whole time because it would have been rude to eat it. The show got out. And I ate standing up like a real New Yorker does.
Oh.
And actually, truth is, I gave the cheese slice to a friend. So I only ate the upside down slice.
Okay.
Wow.
I had a friend. You can't look when you got 2 slices and you got one friend. What are you going to do?
Hold 2 slices in both hands as you go back and forth, chomping one bite each slice in front of your friend. No, you're not going to do that.
Not going to do that.
You can't do that. You a monster?
Yeah, no. Okay, here's a slice of pizza.
Okay, here you go. Oh, you'll take which one I don't want? I want them both. Sorry. I'll take whichever one you don't want the most. I want them both the most. I bought them. I picked these 2.
I had that happen once when I made 2 spam sandwiches. My roommate was like, I'll have whichever one you don't want. I was like, okay, so the plate?
I made both of them for me. These are mine. I want both of them.
They're mine. So, you want the crumbs? I don't want the crumbs.
Yeah, you eat that shit. I don't want that shit. You want to clean up after me?
Yeah. Can I interest you in doing the dishes?
That's what I don't want.
Because you guys don't do that often.
Well, that's a lovely meal. It's a very New York night you had.
I did. Yeah, very New York night. It was just jet setting around the city.
We call that an NN.
New York night.
Yeah.
And the Y? Who needs the Y?
Well,
In a New York
I thought
LA.
you don't need to ask why.
Ooh,
You know,
everything can change.
Every pizza could be shared.
or we call that a Nick at night. New York night. New York City. Night.
Okay. Do you
All
want
right.
to choose? I think.
I know who I'm gonna choose.
Do y'all want to say it on 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, you can't choose yourself.
Right.
1, 2,
2,
3.
Reeves.
Jamal.
Wow.
And Jamal didn't say anything. Oh, he said Reaves.
He
Okay.
said Reaves.
Very
I thought I
nice.
said 3 drawn out. 3
Yeah.
is what I heard.
I said Reeves.
What's the
Okay.
name of this episode?
Oh, I actually forgot.
Hey, it's all lockdown, baby.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, okay. I'm not hosting anymore. Sorry.
You gonna hit that button or?
Well, you didn't say the words.
Oh, so I won. That's feels good to me. I mean, last week I had COVID, so I wasn't really out of the house. Guess that's a lockdown.
We'll be right back. Be right back.
Be right back after this.
Pod Chef.
Welcome back, Pod Chef. This is Top Chef Season 8, Episode 10, All Lockdown, which I'm not sure if that makes sense. It's more like a lock-in.
It's definitely a lock-in.
Yeah, it's a lock-in more than
Yeah.
anything. It's not a lockdown.
Is that what you called it
Um,
when you were kids? When you go to the museum and they close the door behind you, staying there by yourself and your friends?
No, I called being arrested because I fucked up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
Yeah.
to steal the
Yeah.
woolly mammoth again.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if I'm not supposed to touch it, why is the fur here?
Yeah.
Why'd
Those
you
are-
put the fur on it?
I'm not supposed to ride it. Then how come I'm riding it?
How come there's a ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you bought the ladder.
This thing is alive, okay?
Brian,
can't
you
fool
sound
me.
just like the security guard. You brought the ladder. Okay, smartass.
Okay. All right. Can you prove about the ladder?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
not-
it's the same color as your book bag. And it folds up into it. Okay. Can you prove it's my book bag? Yeah. Because it's got your initials on it, you fucking dweeb.
Yeah, you do have the initials on your book bag.
And I said, okay, well that's because I lose it sometimes.
Get
And
mixed
what-
up with the other kids.
Yeah, no one else would dare get a monogrammed book bag.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
You know how often I'm getting my book bag stolen
Stolen?
from my friends because there is a ladder that folds into it unless I put my initials on it so people know that it's mine? A lot.
So many times I've been hanging out with Jamal. We're all hanging out, having a good time. Time to go. See you guys later. Grab my bag, get home. Okay, let's get all my books. Open it up. It's a ladder. Oh no.
Oh no. What am I supposed to do with this? I can't do my homework on this.
This is my homework. Next day, teacher, Bryan, what's your homework? Am I getting played off?
Oh no. You didn't say spam over the limit.
Well, if people didn't listen to the first part, they won't know if we did or not.
Oh, I know what's happening. Reeves, you know what happened?
What?
You said spam 3 times on the recording last night.
Oh, the
And so
previous
it's been-
episode.
24 hours.
Oh no. Oh
So-
god.
That means he's here.
He's here.
The Spam Man is back, baby.
Hey, Spam
Move
Man.
over.
Hey,
I don't want to
Spam
move over.
Man.
Can you not do that in my room, please?
Shut up, dummy. The Spam Man is here.
Okay. So, they can't even see you anymore. So I don't know what you want to do here. Do you guys just want to plow through, or
I mean,
this guy seems like
Move over, baby. I got my oil and it's flicking everywhere.
I mean, I want to hear what he's got to say at least, and I can
Yeah.
hear it. It sounds like he got his hair done, and there's beads in it.
Oh,
I hear
yeah.
him clicking. Is that what
I
that
just
is?
got back from Jamaica.
Okay.
Okay.
You know why? Because Kamala Harris is just making me want to vote again.
Me too.
Yeah. Hey, we all feel that way. We
Yeah.
might change our show because of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should have a real impact
yeah.
on us.
The first female president and the first cool dad vice president.
Spam Man, Reeves, does it sound like sex is the way he says female?
It does. It kind of like sends a chill up my
Yeah.
spine. The way he says it, like almost like,
Don't you worry, I'm just here to vote, and then I'm going back to the Caribbean. Yeah.
Okay, can you?
sexualizing the
Okay,
Caribbean?
can you just leave now?
Yeah, I can go. But you know how to bring me back, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna do that. Not on purpose, anyways.
No.
That's fine. I'm your favorite listener. So just say my name 5 times in 24 hours.
5 times in 24
And I'll be
hours.
here.
Yeah.
Why'd you walk away and come back?
Yeah.
All right, bye, everyone. Maybe I'm
That's-
still here.
What is he
Oh,
doing?
what is he?
No, I'm kidding. I'm walking away.
All right, see you,
Definitely
Spam
Just
Man.
walk away. Take the boombox with. No, don't come back over here with. Take the boombox. Go over there. Just leave. Just leave. Do your evaporation thing.
Okay, I'm gonna evaporate now. Right into the microphone.
Oh gosh.
Okay, he's gone.
I'm glad that he kind of gave us another revisit of how he works.
Yes, yeah, I
'Cause-
forgot.
Well, a little bit for me, but then we might have some new listeners. So yeah,
Yeah,
and people
yes,
who only listen to this part, and he very rarely shows up in this part.
yeah,
So
yeah.
So
That's
that was
nice
our
for
fault, Reeves. I forgot that
Yeah.
we talked about spam yesterday, and we're doing a double recording. So
You did it today too. You mentioned a little bit of it today too.
yeah. So now I've just said it once since he's gone. So we have
Put it on the counter. All right, we
4 more times.
We wiped it
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah. So it'll be fine. We
This
won't-
many days without saying the word.
the word. Yeah.
So
Talk about Top Chef.
this episode, Top Chef, season 8, episode 10, Lockdown. Original air date February 16th, 2011.
Are we doing that? No, that's fun. I like that.
It
Yeah, I
is
like
on
that.
Wikipedia. It has the original air date, and it also has the number of viewers, except for
Okay.
this episode, which it says NA for. Now, other episodes, it does tell us, so I'll tell people that. But for this one, we don't know. It's a big question mark how many people
Got at
watched
least
it.
3 because we just watched it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, dog. Maybe this is
Promise
one
I
of those.
watched it.
Maybe this is one of those episodes that after it aired on TV, Target was like, "We actually don't approve. Take it
It's
down."
very possible that it got pulled. It's like when you're watching an entire season of something, and for some reason one episode's not available. You have to like
Yeah.
buy it because someone had blackface on in it.
Well, so we talked about this
Yeah,
yesterday.
30 Rock. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
You keep it. You keep it out there because it's actually bad to get rid of it.
yeah.
And then you just do the pop-up video thing or the
Yeah.
pop-up,
Yeah.
blind date thing where something, comes up and says, this is bad. And this
Yeah.
person has
This
been
was a
canceled
mistake.
because of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This was a mistake.
it's funny, but
Yeah.
it's bad.
Oh, it's funny as hell.
It's a good
Yeah.
joke.
All the writers thought this was funny in the room, but then when
And
we put it on
this
screen,
killed in the room. That's pop videos. Like, look, this killed in the room. Okay,
John Hamm doing blackface killed in the room as an idea. Then he
That's
came
the
out and
problem.
then he came out as it, and it wasn't that funny. Turns out,
he was really into the water bug joke. He
Yeah.
kept thinking how funny it was to say it. He's like, isn't it funny how I say it?
yeah.
And he wasn't wrong.
Turns out we have more black viewers than we thought for 30 Rock.
So, speaking of rooms, we
Mhm.
open on the chefs back in the stew room, and our friend Richard Blaze is torn up that Fabio was sent home.
I'm so upset.
He's such a fan of Fabio too.
Just his friend. He makes such good food.
He's my friend. I wish he'd just come to me. He'd talk to me about it.
I don't know why Richard Blaze didn't just put Fabio in liquid nitrogen. Then
Yeah, he
he'd
could have
be
preserved
there.
him.
Yeah, it could have preserved him, and
Yeah.
he could have watched the rest of the season. Mm.
Carla says, she's kind of going over her win, and she was like, they just reminded me, I do peasant food. We've talked about peasant food before, this podcast,
Yeah.
and how they normally don't like it. So it's
No.
Carla, I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay.
It works sometimes, like if you're feeding a peasant, like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Peasant taste.
Oh yeah, truly the taste of a poor person.
And then we cut over to the Top Chef bar, and people are cheersing to being in the top 7.
Mhm.
Dale and Blaze are like, listen, we're from the same season. We got to stick together. We got to represent the Chicago season. Just the two of us, right? And then they pan out and Antonia's there because remember, she was also in their season. And then Dale lets us know his feelings on how people approach winners today.
The championship belt around my waist. I'm not like these new school parents who are like, we're all winners. That's bull, man. Who the said losing's okay? Like, in what country is that cool?
It's becoming cool here.
Yeah, in USA, it's doing okay.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the things we lead the rest of the countries against.
Oh, yeah, we're
Being
some of the
cool,
biggest
being
losers.
Losers.
And actually losing hard is a good idea.
If you're going to lose hard.
Lose hard, fail hard. Failing is cool. Being a failure is very cool. And being a nerd is cool.
And here's what. A lot of people say, like, if you fail, you learn. And you know what? You don't have to learn either.
Mm-mm.
You could just fail and be like, well, that sucked. I'm bad at that.
Just keep saying, I'm owning it.
Yeah.
I'm owning it.
I'm taking it back.
Yes. I didn't put the bolts on the door to the airplane. I failed. I'm owning it. You can't say anything else. You can't do, there are no consequences. I'm owning it.
I owned it.
So the chefs arrive back at the Top Chef kitchen and Padma's there and she's talking. Oh, weird.
What's wrong with Pam? What's wrong?
What is she saying? She's saying all these weird kind of rhymey things.
Yeah.
It's like sort of rhymey.
I was like, is she rapping?
Is she doing a pad
rap?
Hold on, I'll work.
You got it.
I'll make it work.
You got it.
I'll take what Jamal did. Pad rappa the rappa.
And there it is.
There it is. That's the final form right there.
And who pops up? It's Elmo.
It's freaking
It's
Elmo.
Cookie Monster.
It's the big CM.
And it's Telly.
Everyone knows who Telly is.
Everyone's
it's me,
favorite, most recognizable characters from Sesame Street.
Telly.
They're not leaving anyone out.
Yeah.
Nope. These are the top 3.
Couldn't get that bird license.
They're trying to move
Big
that bird out.
Can't have a pigeon in the
He's
kitchen.
hard to book.
Can't have a pigeon in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right, because of the lice.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Bird
That's
flu.
not safe for food.
The bird flu. Yeah. You
Yes.
know, I never got sick from eating a Telly.
Remember when
So.
SARS was a thing?
Ugh,
Man,
sort of.
take me back to SARS, Didn't shut down the world.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't a Democrat. It wasn't Trump in president.
Can I talk about Sesame Street for a little bit?
Can you, please?
Please.
So I'm watching Sesame Street right now, and it's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Sesame Street is very nice. It's
It's
good
the
for
reboot.
society.
The reboot, right?
Yeah, this is how they're doing it now, which is
On
like
HBO.
very. You can get it on PBS, and it is on HBO as well.
Okay.
But it's very. It's speaking of, it's not HBO, Brian. It's Max.
Yeah, it's Max.
That's right. It's not TV or HBO. It's Max.
And it's not Cinemax either, which
Certainly
is what I
isn't.
thought for a long time. I thought that HBO bought Cinemax and then just went with Max. And that's not
It
the
makes
case.
sense.
It does. I don't know where they came with Max.
I've told people, Reeves, Sesame Street's good now. I mean, I liked it as a kid. It's
Mhm.
good now.
It is good. I like it. Serves a good purpose. I will say, I do miss the little weird transitional scenes they used to have, where it'd be like a claymation thing that like this kind of like
Yeah.
artistic. They don't do those anymore. It's very structured how they
On
happen
the
now,
budget.
and they
Yeah.
are trying to phase out or minimalize at least
Oscar.
Big Bird and Oscar. Yes.
Well, Oscar's that's like he's almost like it was so long ago you can't cancel him now. It's like, well, he just kind of did
Yeah.
it forever ago, so it's fine. But like it's gonna catch up to him.
Yeah,
But what did Big Bird do? Why's Big Bird getting written out of the show?
because he's fucking gigantic.
Too big.
Oh well, yeah, that
Too
sucks.
not cost effective.
Yeah, you got to keep
Yeah.
panning up and then panning down.
And keep the camera one place the entire time.
Yeah,
No
Big
one
Bird.
bigger than Cookie Monster. And does Snuffleupagus ever show up? Where's that person?
Not that I can see,
he's in rehab.
Oh,
because he's in rehab.
Hey, bird.
Jamal's doing one for every character that's mentioned. He does it voice.
Hey, bird.
So the quick fire here. The chefs must bake cookies for Elmo, Cookie Monster, and Telly. And the winner is going to receive $5,000 dues.
There's a really good joke here where Padma is trying to explain what they're going to make.
Should we go to
And
the writer's
Cookie
room?
Monster... Well, no, because it doesn't need... This is perfect. This is a perfect joke.
Okay.
Cookie Monster keeps interrupting Padma by yelling, cookies, cookies, cookies. He's very
Yeah.
excited. Cookies, cookies, cookies. And then finally she sets him up and she says, what are we making? And he's like, I don't know. Great joke.
Very funny. Cookie
It's a
Monster
great
is funny.
joke. He's got
Crushed.
timing. You can't teach that kind of timing.
Clear
Crushed.
game. He's very funny.
And then Elmo, typical Elmo fashion. So what kind of cookie do you want? What does he say?
Vegetable.
Zucchini
Fucking
and carrots.
Zucchini. Get this fucking. What is Elmo, by the way?
Cookie Monster looks at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Can't you read the room?
Yo, I ain't eating that one.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster said.
Cookie Monster's like, I've been crushing. And then you just brought the energy down, dog.
He just like moves on, doesn't
Yeah.
acknowledge him. Yeah, so the cookies, right? We're gonna make them.
And so Mike Isabella admits that he has never made a cookie from scratch in his life.
And what did Dale say?
And Dale has something to say about that.
Mike Isabella. It's pretty amazing that someone who eats so many cookies would be uncomfortable making cookies. You're gonna serve that?
Have you won a cook fire this year? I have.
Oh,
Damn,
dude.
dude.
You might as well just pack your bags and go
Now,
back
was
to
that
Jersey.
Dale saying, have you won a quickfire this year?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, when I was watching this, I missed who was actually speaking that, and I was like, why does that sound like Mike saying that? Because Dale's won like 17 quickfires this year.
He's cleaning them up.
Yeah.
And
Everyone was questioning Dale going into this, by the way. They're like, what is he? He's just throwing shit together.
I think that this is a good burn. It would be nice if at some point in the 10 episodes we've seen this show, or the previous season that Mike Isabella was on, we saw him eat a cookie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I would make it sting more.
Or at least like do like a flashback and show him eating cookies.
Yes, that's what we need. Cut to he's just slamming cookies
At
you know?
home,
Yeah.
just devouring a sleeve.
Tip to taint of a sleeve of Chips Ahoy.
Or Ritz crackers.
Or Ritz crackers.
There's speaking of crackers.
You can say that.
I'm owning it. There's a lot of chefs, and there's a lot of chatter about this from the other chefs that are not actually baking any cookies. Like Blaze is using liquid nitrogen again. Dale isn't actually baking his; he's just doing a pretzel chip thing. That's what they're doing, and some people are pissed about that.
Yeah, like Elmo was pissed about that, and Cookie Monster wasn't happy about it either.
Mm-hmm. Now, the judges, of course, our friends from Sesame Street, then line up to go eat some cookies. Padma does some educating of who are basically educators, Sesame Street characters, by telling them that cinnamon and cardamom are actually grown from the same part of the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys don't give a fuck about that.
Does Elmo say TMI?
Yes, and man, does that joke make sense.
It does. It makes sense and it hits.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall flat at all. They give him the full camera for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were they so mean to Padma?
I
What
don't
did she
know.
do to them?
There were like some weird, like, from what I know of the Muppets, the Sesame Street guys, these all folks, they tend to stay in character all the time. Folks, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, kids, if you're listening, their Muppets are not real. They're being controlled by people.
Yeah.
They stay in character all the time, which is like they're being around kids and like being friendly. And Elmo's a baby. Like in Sesame Street World, Elmo's a baby. He's very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little smart mouth in this episode. He's kind of
Yeah.
like being a little chippy.
Yeah. Because he's around adults finally.
Yeah, maybe he's like been finally given the green light.
I also think Padma was talking down to them. Like, you're not even real.
Maybe they weren't.
And-
Maybe all. You know what? We should ask Tom. I forget that we have access to Tom
Mm-hmm.
to see if the contestants were actually being like not very cool with the puppets.
Yeah.
If like being like kind of like this is stupid. You know, like not like talking to them like they are real, and not playing the game. So the actors who played children, I'm sorry, who are playing the puppets are like pissed off at them.
Yeah, and really taking it out on Padma.
Yeah. Is this the old Elmo handler who was like really
I
bad?
think it is. I think
might
it
be,
is.
yeah.
The black guy.
He was canceled in 2012. When this episode aired?
2014.
2011.
Oh,
Oof.
yep.
End of the road, pal.
So
End of the line.
that-
He was on the way out. This is him on the way out.
Maybe
Oh,
yeah,
no,
maybe he
it's
did
up.
that thing. Yeah, he's the thing where you're getting fired or you're quitting. You don't give a shit anymore.
You just talk shit to Padma, and Padma's like, "The fuck's up with this doll, man?"
Yeah, why is Elmo being so mean to me? So on the bottom here, we have Blaze, and he's shocked. But Cookie Monster's like, technically what you made was not a cookie, and you can't fool me.
He knows.
I know cookies. Also Angelo, it had a different taste they didn't like, and it was too dry.
They said it was dry, which they're being mostly nice, but then they said there's dry, which was mean.
Yeah. And they just kind of sneak in a real review kind of at the
Yeah.
very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the top, Dale, sweet and salty mix, very smart, and Antonia,
Everyone loves that.
the chewy and the gooey. That's what they came for. And who brings it home but our friend Dale with his pretzel and potato chip shortbread cookie.
I'd eat that.
Oh, also, speaking of our talk about Elmo, he does say Antonio's cookie looks like cow shit.
He does. And that's what I'm talking about. He's being very chippy because he says
Yeah.
cow chips. And then they're like, what? And he goes, cow chips. Like a little asshole.
I didn't misspeak.
Yeah.
This is on you.
Yeah.
Read my puppet mouth.
Cow chips.
Cow chips. It looks like cow. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. It was like cow chips.
Hey, bird.
Cow chips.
Cow chips. So we jump into the elimination challenge here, and the big selling point here.
Did somebody say couch chips?
Oh god! Wait a second. Who the hell
Who's
is
this?
It's me, the spam man.
Are there more rules for you showing up now?
You said couch chips.
But
I
that's
said
not.
cow chips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad then.
But wait, if we say couch chips, that also summons you?
I don't know what happened there. I wonder if you say something that accompanies like a good spam sandwich, then it'll also summon
That's
it.
two.
We've never. Oh, that is all good.
Put it on the board.
Okay, let's just not even.
We should not even mention it. It's
let's
going to
not even
happen.
go- let's not even go into it.
Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So the winner of this elimination challenge and the big selling point for it is going to receive 25 grand. And now we know about stuff like this because we're rolling in money. Listen to the beginning of the episode, please.
It's coming. We're going to be so rich soon.
The chefs have to cook a meal at Target using only ingredients and cooking supplies available in the store. The chefs are told they have 3 hours to raid the store, and this is the key part here. It's in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
They do not get to sleep,
Nope.
and there is no. All the equipment comes from the store. They can't bring anything. It's all there. Oh, and by the way, you got to cook for 100 Target employees.
That we forced to work late.
Yeah.
They ain't doing shit.
I've worked retail overnight. There's no 100 people working in any retail store overnight.
Mm-mm.
I think they're running stock. They're doing like...
Not even running stock that there's 100 people in the store.
I'm sure most of them were fill-in. They just gave a bunch of red shirts to people who were on the street were up that late.
I think they actually called people in.
Yeah,
It's my
a bunch of
fucking
red
dudes.
shirt freshmen.
My day off.
Yeah, all the red shirt freshmen from the local college.
It's the time. You're getting the call, kid.
You're in the big show now.
This didn't speak well for Target. Maybe that's why this episode's canceled. Listen to the beginning. Because like I would think personally that Target would have everything that I would need to cook a decent meal. These contestants would have me think that is not true at all. And that they were
Yes.
having to use irons to cook a grilled cheese. I know for a fucking fact there is a griddle at Target and a
Frying
spatula.
pans, yeah. Everything's there.
Here's what I think happened. I think there was a timing issue. I think it was very late, so they were very punchy. And also, they were just physically tired. Like, we see Dale running at full pace, sprint down one of the aisles to get to equipment. And I think, like, at a certain point, they were just like, I'm too tired. I'll just use an iron. I can't. This store's so big.
It's the biggest target he's ever seen, says Dale.
I've never seen a target this big. Who knows where it is? It's buried somewhere. Angelo tells us that him and Mike Isabella are definitely friends. They're always helping each other out. Mike says, Angelo has got a bad rap in his season, but he doesn't think that he's a bad guy. He actually thinks he's a good guy. And I think it's a really good for Angelo to get a nod of approval from Mike Isabella.
That might say something
on his ethics. So that's cool. Go ahead.
It really seemed like, I know that Mike is trying to sell us on that they're friends and that it's this equal partnership, but it really seemed like Mike was telling Angelo what to do, and Angelo just kind of did it for some reason. Like, did he have something on him that he was like, "Yeah, I'll do. Yes, sir. I'll go get it for you."
Yeah,
like, it was weird.
I have to do this for you because of what you might reveal about me. Yeah, Mike Isabella has some kind of mind control over Angelo and tells him to oversalt his food later, which ultimately leads to his demise. So yeah, the chefs start setting up the equipment in their stations. It's hard for me to see people with tables like that and not think of the "I think you should leave" sketch about tables.
Tables. What is your job?
Tables and dealing with any monster. So Carla gets two in her head. She's way behind on everything. She's looking for stuff to put on her table. She forgets about that she's got to cook something.
Can I bear my soul here for a second?
Please,
yes.
Please do.
So I was watching this episode with my wife Carla, and as she was cooking and putting stuff on the table, and she was frantically going through the store looking for stuff, I turned to her and I said, "You used to cook for me this way." And then I turned and realized she was on the phone with her agent.
Mm.
Oh no!
She didn't even hear what I said. And so
it's tough for her, though, because if you listen to the first part of this episode, you do take 4 years to answer her questions.
Well,
so I could see where maybe you guys have grown apart.
Well, she asked such complex questions,
Mm-hmm. And you got to really think about it.
She once asked me if I was trapped inside of a cloud and I needed to get oxygen, but I could not take in any part of the cloud, what would I do? Took me 4 years. I had to go to college and become a environmental chemist to understand how to subtract oxygen through a cloud's vapor without removing the cloud. And then I answered the question, and she was like, "I'm going somewhere with Tom." I'm like, "Who's Tom?" "My new husband."
And you're like, "What?"
I'm like, "What?"
She's like, "Love doesn't wait." Okay.
Can you guys imagine being trapped in a cloud?
I mean, that threw me into an existential crisis.
Do you understand what it's like? This woman asks very special questions that take time and attentive care. She's not asking me, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" She's not asking me something easy like that.
No.
Easy. A soup that's missing a protein.
Yes.
That's what I want.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. A nice soup with no chicken in it. And then when you mention, "Hey, why didn't you throw chicken in it?" Be like, "Oh yeah,
That's
it's
so
like
obvious.
could have done chicken." So everyone does a soup. Like, that's like the thing, is everyone's doing a soup other than Dale, who's like, "I'm gonna make a grilled cheese," and oh yeah, also a soup, a tomato soup.
Yeah,
This is top of chef, and not the top of soup.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
need Fabio back here. Top
Reaves,
chef.
do you want to do it?
We
Yeah,
might
thank you.
be
Not
in
top
Target,
soup.
but this is top shelf, not top soup.
Oh yeah, and also Antonia is not doing a soup.
Yeah.
So they're all done. Oh, by the way, there's someone, a mysterious man who is later identified as Target designer Thomas O'Brien. who
wandering.
is wandering and setting up tables and making them look nice, and he is in a disguise, and he is actually John Stamos.
Yeah.
So fans, watch this episode, look for Thomas, and come back, and tell me that it's not John Stamos.
But please don't look for a payoff in what he's collecting, because you never see any of it.
Nah, no, we don't.
Like what he's collecting a lot of stuff, and you never see it set up. You just see people eating at tables chest up. You don't see anything.
So he is part of the guest judge table. So it's
Have mercy.
him and have mercy, and Tom and Bourdain and Padma, and Min, who's kind of a jerk, but he's pretty nice this episode. And then they open the gates, and 100 Target employees
The
descend.
freaks.
So I normally call these people freaks,
You do.
and I am right. However, these people are not freaks. They are real people. And I like seeing it. I like seeing real people.
We finally got
eating
real people on the show.
food. Yes, because you know what? If this happened today, they did this same type of episode today in Top Chef.
Black people would ruin it.
Black people.
Reaves, you almost repeat that? You got real close to repeating that. You were getting too comfortable. Kamala Harris is going to be the president. You're getting too comfortable.
I was going to say stuff about CGI, but I don't want to anymore. So everyone's tired. Padma is like, this is 3 a.m. And you can tell Tom has this fuck this look and attitude the entire episode. He does not
Why did
wanna
we
be
do
there.
this? Why the fuck did we do this?
I don't want to be here. Bourdain tells us something about how he's going to a parent teacher. It just feels like this is like a normal comment. He's like, I'm going to a parent teacher conference right after Judge's table.
Oh, he's 3 a.m. is when Bourdain wakes up.
Yeah, that's when he's actually he's like in the zone right now.
He's like, okay, when's the party start?
As evident by the small talk clip of the week, if you want to play that.
I'd love to. I think I have it downloaded. I do. Here we go.
Version of the spicy tomato soup, and it's grilled cheese with a little seared sliced ribeye on it. But I used 2 steaming irons to kind of give a nice sear on the top and warm them through. Enjoy, guys. Thank you very much.
You got a good crunch on it. Hey, it's brilliant. Using an iron. I think he's thinking. I think he's going for that late night comfort stoner food. Giving this guy a urine test.
Maybe Dale's trying to become an iron chef.
I love how there's no Tom in that at all.
Yeah.
It's
He's
just Tom
He's
laughing.
asleep.
He's head down on the table.
He let someone else do the funny, like the bad jokes. You take it. Oh,
It's
dude.
literally just head down and a hat covering him.
So
Urine test. I get it.
hey, I get the joke. Comes with drugs. I was talking about Antonia didn't do a soup. She did eggs with a crostini, and judges
She's
really
just
like it.
soft egg that she put on plates and then just sat there while she made the rest of them.
Yeah, it's real weird.
That's fucking awful. She's like, I have 25 plates, then I have to make 100 more, or something like that. And it's like, they're just sitting there?
Yeah,
An egg?
that egg's overdone by the time it gets to your table. But people were very happy. I think they were like, I want breakfast, not soup. Breakfast.
This is breakfast time. It's the morning, technically.
Mm-hmm. And then Mike Isabella presents his dish to Padma.
Today, everybody, we got some coconut soup. It's got a little spice to it, some fresh coconut milk.
You found fresh coconuts here?
No, I found coconut milk.
Then it's not fresh coconut milk.
You're right.
Thank you, Ike.
What the fuck's the matter with you, Mike Isabella?
Just a blatant lie. Like Padma is not like smiling or
No.
anything. She's like,
It's 4 a.m.
it's not fresh then. Fucking liar.
Also, again, a total shit on Target. The way she says, like, you found fresh coconut here. This is Target.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a Target.
Yeah.
Someone in the background, there's Elmo being like, oh, another cow chip.
This looks like a cow chip. A what? You fucking heard me. then it's not fresh coconut.
She then says,
You're
like,
right. Just completely takes his balls off.
just and he is deflated. He's
He
just
is demoralized.
He's completely caught in a lie, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, it's not."
Yeah, why would you say fresh coconut?
I think he is a pathological liar in certain ways, but I think it is just like there's an element of like when you present the dish, you just say a bunch of fluffy words anyway.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where they should have brought the bubble up and been like, "It's not fresh coconut."
Yeah. Padma says she had 1 teaspoon of that and it was enough. She was disgusted by it.
Yeah.
The other people liked it though.
Yeah, Don was like, I was fine.
Well,
What
his
the fuck?
lie put a bad taste in her mouth, though,
Oh yeah, she's not even gonna bother with this. You lied to me.
because it's not fresh coconut. You lied.
When you lie to me, we're done. There's no coming back from that.
There's no coming back to.
I don't do second chances when it comes to lies.
Also, I'm not in my toxic man era, so bye.
So bye, bitch.
Boy, bye.
So as we alluded to before, Angelo is helped by Mike Isabella. He lets him taste his soup, and Mike says it needs more seasoning. Angelo puts more salt in, and then he completely fucks it. It's too heavy, too salty.
So he adds like a bottle of Avion water to it.
Yeah, that's another thing. They don't have like regular sinks or anything like that. So they got like fancy bottled water that they're using to cook with. It's a very weird challenge.
Yeah.
So judges table, everyone's tired as hell in the stew room. Blaze says something, he like mumbles about how he was like, this was like guerrilla style hand-to-hand combat. He was like slowly losing his mind, like Apocalypse Now style. He was like, I'm gonna hunt Tom.
I am. This is a different movie, but I am in a world of shit. It's Full Metal Jacket, but he's losing his mind there.
Yeah, that's good.
Sergeant Paz lost his mind at that point. He's on the toilet.
So on top, though, is Blaze and Antonia and Dale. But they were impressed that Blaze was able to cook. He did like a tenderloin thing. He cooked it 2 different ways. They were impressed by like that. They said that Antonia's egg was runny still, and they were happy to see that. So somehow she figured it out. And Dale's soup was smoky, and the sandwich was crispy because he, of course, used an iron, which he learned in college. And then the winner is our friend Dale.
Big win with the grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Mm-hmm.
He won both.
Yeah.
Peasant food.
Now, this would make you think that he's on a roll and he's like on an upward trajectory, but I'm scared.
I know. It's a good one to win
true.
though, because he gets a big payday, which is nice.
Got a bunch of money this night, this episode.
Mm-hmm. And does that lead to a lack of motivation?
Possibly.
He's like,
Resting
I'm
on
done.
his laurels.
He's already like, in our words, like stuffed his wad in his sack.
Yeah, it's our words.
Now you're speaking my language. So on the bottom, Angelo, Carla, Tiffany. Carla, there's no flavors, needed protein. We talked about that. Angelo, too salty. And then Tiffany, her spices, she used like just regular, a spice rub, I think that she got there that was pre-made.
Just a Cajun, mix.
Yeah, Tom was like,
Creole.
It wasn't natural. It's too fake. And then Tiffany has a moment. She starts crying.
Yeah, fully breaks down.
Because she thinks she's done. She thinks that she's getting eliminated.
They've really built up the whole time. She's not won a challenge yet. They've really like hammered this in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't won anything. She hasn't won anything.
So she's, she's tired. She's had a bad cook, and I think she's at a bit of a breaking point. But we come to find that the person who is ultimately eliminated here is too salty Angelo.
Angelo, please pack your knives and go.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. This has been just a very humbling and amazing experience for me, and I'm truly honored. Thank you.
I made a critical error of being oversalted. I've made over 40 dishes, almost back to back. That's a lot, and I think I'm just mentally fried. It's like when you're so close and you had control and you just lost control, and I know I'm so much better than this.
Thank you so much for everything. All right, guys.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah. You?
It cut right to
pushed me
Tiffany.
beyond, my limits, and you really made me define myself as an individual. I'm just truly honored to cook along the side of home. So thank you.
Man, I'm sorry.
Of course, I wanted to go to the end, but it wasn't in my deck of cards. I think the other chefs, they really pushed me to get to know myself even more. One element that's been extremely hard for me, being away from my son for so long, I want him to know that I do love him dearly and that I never give up. I think that's the main lesson that I learned.
The song's having to repeat so much.
Yeah.
It's like da da da, shung da da.
What?
That's also a different goodbye music from the one we heard last.
It's a little
episode.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like some tings in there.
They're changing it up a little bit. You?
You?
Who?
Not her.
But she.
Not it.
She. And then Carla. But you?
You?
No.
Angelo bears his soul while crying. As you guys have, I really enjoyed. This has been a moment. You guys, I really enjoyed just cooking with you, and it's been an honor.
What?
And then Mike goes, "Fucking!" Like, I'm sorry, man. Fuck,
dude. I hate
well,
this
that
show.
fucking sucks, dude.
It was, you know what? It was on the border of being, and this is shocking coming from Mike, inauthentic. Like he almost did it on purpose.
Did he put too much salt in the soup?
Maybe.
Just
Did
need
he
more salt. Maybe
throw
put
it
salt
out?
and bacon in it. Bacon, notoriously salty.
Giving Angelo a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. That was his whole game in his season, that he was trying to ruin people.
And he commented about that last episode.
Yeah.
So
Long-term booking.
Well, all right. That's it for episode 10, season 8. You guys got anything else you want to add?
I think I'm good.
Nah.
It was weird that they did back-to-back like TV things. They did Fallon last week and they did Sesame Street this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running out of ideas in that writer's room.
Probably.
They should hire us.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of getting upset. You know, The Bear and House of the Dragon both had entire seasons that were just setting up for a new season.
That's what I didn't see this season of The Bear yet. Is that what happens?
I didn't
Do
tell
you
you
like
anything that happened, but
do you like long montages of things that are really not a story, but just people doing stuff?
kind of,
Maybe.
Okay, then you'll like it.
I'd have to see it.
I mean, that's kind of what this season is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll check it out.
It's fun.
If you're hoping for anything to get resolved, it doesn't.
No, okay.
Yeah, because they're setting it up for like this is now twice now. The Game of Thrones remake or whatever, the House of Dragon did the exact same thing. Every episode this season was setting up for the next season.
Long-term booking.
Yeah,
Smart.
People like that.
I'm like,
People love it.
I want my action, and I want it now.
You have a structure.
All right, play the music, Brian.
I was on top of it. I did it.
All right. Until next time, the Mis Amigos are going to pack our knives and go.
We're going to be rich.
This is fun. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.